Hi everyone. So I got a question asking what the difference between being FTS, active duty, and reserve means. So I guess a lot of people are confusing the two and whether people go through the same training for these different types of sections in the Navy. So the answer is whether you are FTS, reserves, or active duty, you go through the same boot camp. You go through the either 10 weeks or 8 weeks boot camp. It used to be 10 weeks when I was in boot camp. Now I think they're sending it back to 8 weeks of boot camp. So even if you register to be reserves, active duty, or FTS, you're going to go 8 to 10 weeks of boot camp, and those periods are considered active duty for everybody. So active duty people will go to the same boot camp as you, reserves will go to the same boot camp as you, and FCS will go to the same boot camp as you. And then all that process in boot camp or A school is considered active duty. But once you get out of A school or once you get out of boot camp, you will now go to the one that you selected. If you're reserves, you go to reserves. If you are active duty, you go to do active duty. And then if you are FTS, which is full-time support, you go do full-time support work. So getting into the Navy, you can get in if you're 17 and have approval from your parents, or 18 years old. You can get in up until you're 40. There are people that get in up to 42 or whatever age if you have a waiver, and you can get a waiver if you pass all the tests and everything you have to do. And the Navy is like, they need you, and so they're going to give you a waiver for that age limit, right? Now, I am a reservist. What that means is that I have a civilian life or a civilian job. And so once I'm done with the training I get in boot camp, which is considered active duty training, I get to go back home and then do my civilian job or live my civilian life. But then I have to do my drill weekends, which is 1 weekend every month for the Navy. That is being a reservist. So a reservist is somebody who has a civilian job or a civilian life and also is in the Navy and working for the Navy 1 weekend every month. And 2 weeks, a time of your choice, either the fall, spring, or summer, you do your 2 weeks active duty service. And it could be anywhere in the world, Japan, Bahrain, anywhere. It's of your choice. Now, if you're active duty is people who are deployed, people who work for the Navy full time. And then it's kind of similar to people who are FTS, which is full-time support. So full-time support is like working a 9 to 5, but this time you're working for the Navy 9 to 5. And you still wear your military clothing. It's not a civilian job, it's military job, and that's full-time support. So you can be in your home state and work, or they can take you to a different state and you do your job, but you're not necessarily on a ship or you're not deployed to go do anything. That's FTS. And so I hope this video helps and gives somebody insights, just in case you're trying to get into the Navy and wondering what the difference between FTS is, what the difference between reserves is, and what active duty is. I hope this helps. Send in more of your questions and I will be glad to answer them, just as I did in these short videos. So I talk to you guys again on a different topic. Bye.